I know when a lot of people start making music, like for me, when I first started making I was a huge Ice Cube fan, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
like I was saying how like with the interviews, I would take little pieces from this person, take little pieces for this. Like my very first flows were very Ice Cube ish,
yeah,
and then and I started listening to more people, and I kind of like developed my own style. But I think a lot of like people when they start making music, they like kind of like emulate one person at first. For me,
yeah.
like the flows and like kind of stuff were like very Cube like. When you first started making music, like was there anybody like in particular that was like that you're like, okay, I'm kind of sounding, I'm kind of emulating this person a little bit too much. Maybe I should try to like um twist up my stuff. Was there anybody like in particular like you like when that first like heavy influence?
Yeah. It was a combination between Stevie, Luther, and Michael.
Okay.
But the thing is, I wanted to sound like I wanted to sound like Luther Vandross. I actually met him and sang for him, and we had a conversation. He and I had a conversation. He came to Toronto during his Any Love tour in 1990, and he played at a place called the O'Keefe Center, which is a different name now. It's right downtown at Front and Yonge Streets. And after the show, after his concert, he came to the Blue Note, and I was the lead singer for the house band at the time. So I walked in the door, and the manager at the time, his name is John Chetty, great man. He pulls me aside and said, "You're singing tonight. Luther is coming. Get ready." I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Oh my God, right? So I'm on stage, and Luther walks in with two of his background singers. So I'm on stage, right? And I'm like, oh my God, Luther Vandross is here. So then I performed his cover version of a classic, timeless R&B love song called Love Won't Let Me Wait, originally done by Major Harris. And sang it. I come off the stage, I'm pacing I'm pacing. Luther Vandross walks right by me. I didn't even see him. He taps me on the shoulder and says, "Come here." We go outside and we talk for 5 minutes. And the streets were packed. Oh my God, Luther, oh my God, Luther. But Luther and I are talking. And I remember him saying to me,
"Oh man,
this is one of the most profound periods, not only of my career, but of my life. When Luther said to me, "You remind me of me when you started out, and you're going to go far in this business." That's what he said to me. And I was 21. I was 21 years old.
Wow.
And so Luther Vandross, God rest for death. I actually had a dream about him last night. I dreamt about him last night. I can't
That's
believe
like that right there is a lot of pressure to like, man, like that's probably always been in your head, like, man, like Luther said I was gonna be like, you know.
But well, it wasn't pressure. It was just inspiration to know that someone and huge inspiration, because someone like Luther, who still, it's been 10 years. I'm sorry, he died in 2005. It's been 16 years since he's been gone. Yeah. But his voice and his music, again, like so many others,
timeless,
will live on for long after we're gone. His music will live on long after we're gone. But man, to get that kind of encouragement from someone like him, so even now, when I sing now or right now, there is still in the back of my mind to bring my vocal influence and vocal styling of Luther Vandross. But I'm also a singer who I love doing riffs and runs, and I love to vocal phrase. So again, there's the Stevie side, there's the Tank side, there's the Stokely side, there's the Charlie Wilson side.
How was the energy after you said that, and you're probably there for the night, and like the second you actually got alone, by yourself, how was that? You just go like this, and were you like kind of like just hyped or what? Like
I was just like I was in shock. I was in disbelief. Yeah. I'm like, my God, Luther Vandross talked to me, and
Yeah.
Still, even sometimes, even now, like 30 years later, that was 30 years ago. And it's like, that still has a profound effect on me to know that I had the opportunity to talk to one of the greatest vocalists of all times. He was just recently, I just heard he was recently named one of the, in the top 100 vocalists of greatest singers of all time, I think in either Rolling Stone or Time magazine. This was this year. Luther Vandross is one of the, is recognized as one of the top 100 singers of all, best singers of all time. So, and rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Yeah.